Canada dada. And then he left menu. Master this is a setup. Who was Spain? Oh yes. I Spain most any sicker free ha. Ghana. Yet we love you. It's 11 and as a member of baby family. Oh, that be Master, what a check of phone. Why? It's very easy now to send money from anywhere in Europe to Ghana. I'm in Spain right now, and I just send money to my mom. And on Tiasia, also don't send it, don't take e-levy. No, on tap send, there's no e-levy charge. It's just free when you send. Those in the US, those in London, those in Canada, plenty places in Europe. You can send your money through tap send to Ghana. And please, it's free of charge. There's no deduction in any e-levy or any charge at all. So what are you waiting for? Send the money to those family people. Me must send it. Let's go and take a clan talk. Reggae man of a pack. It's tap send.
Welcome to Second Generation IT Group. Hello, my name is Ferdinand Asamoah, Director of Second Generation IT Group. We've been in business for the past 5 years, and we have a lot of clients who have come through the school and they're doing pretty well. We offer 18 weeks of cyber course, which runs for every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And people ask, why Second Generation IT? Yeah, we offer different courses in cyber. Cyber is kind of big, so we offer risk management, we offer FISCOM, we offer cloud computing, we offer pen testing, and we also offer Splunk. Courses are offered virtually. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, and you can just join the course without any. It's very convenient for everybody. You can reach us on our social media. You can reach us on Facebook, you can reach us on Instagram, and you can also reach us on our website, which is secondgenerationitgroup.com, the company that provides beyond excellence.
Ebusiafo, me mama kwa aba SBTV Africa, so ni mse about social issues, entertainment and sports at SBTV Africa. Ene, mabe PM bioma. Me mama kwa aba, so you new channel no so dia na say Friday. Every Friday be at 5:30 be me boha. If I'm DJ Nyame, the voice of the community, making sure so we be joining here. Unsubscribe here. We your first timer, we me subscribe no so. Na share adoma bi wo na me so se na be live bi abenya notification. Na bibi a cho shared button no click so. Na share ko WhatsApp so Facebook ni baby na invite your friends number join here. And then they feel like I see a partner, but don't miss out. And I kai so say, other questions ni idea beba. Unim say no say first time now unim dia. Your WhatsApp number any details na o sha see na screen no e kosa until betimi the voice note aba ye voice note. Your voice note short one question be obebisa solicitor or UK. O person ko UK and your videos ni bebre o UK. Na nkrata asem hia nkrata asem ni ade de obetima be fo obi afi Ghana ni ade ho kafo ni ade ba be fa the document a obehia ni ade eno ho nkomo na ba be di ene ma ya interviews ni bebre kwa nti se o wa me se other ones ni ade a ukọ e channel no so nti me se mo try na mo subscribe no o subscribe ya ko videos na hwem obo se ya videos no bebre na me wo lawyer wa ha me nche 5:30 se na me se kan no time na so nti me wo solicitor lawyer Akaho or UK or Dustin Market or popular or London or phone him no boy juma and then me one yen start here me nche bebre me subscribe no so na catch on now for see share catch on now for no join here mo fa mo questions mo betimi a type no mo type mo questions no e wo screen so type your questions no ebra so untimi type questions na yen voice notes numbers in the down no and answer me the better screen so be no we voice note numbers in the screen so two numbers in the voice note short or question up so be sana nti yen go straight na me ne lawyer wisdom Akaho enko din komo bossu me mo akwaba
you so what you saying
nyame ado me ho ye pa e mo akwaba se bibia e boko
Adum, I'm sure why come on. Just say, I'm not also a more come on.
Yenda Mobia debi o team no sleep SBTV Africa team. Yenda Mobia debi. I think say internet challenge kakra or lawyer or honor so betimi fix here. Video ne breaky. You can just off the program and come back again. I say we freezing.
Okay. Let me off it and come back on.
Sisi on.
Okay, that's fine.
Sisi on. Enti me wo lawyer wisdom akaho or way wise smart solicitors or London Dustin Market hona and they be a program a chairman for the way on beya kata se obetu kwan all those things ni nyina no every Friday be 5:30 or you remember live was it make sure so be share link no na we invite two friends lawyer and also then share how to make a successful application for a spouse to join the partner in UK. And yes, sir. Inti and then the other church when you want to sign a quay, mean Kasa Bibri. Because you may be some questions.
Mate, me da say, a tear phone so me da mo say, sir, and then so yasan baso, ye de radia say. Yo, my con is straight to the point. Yenim say, there are a lot of different ways that obi wo ho obetimi afaso edi aba UK ha. Ya bobo be so the previous times. Edi betimi aba with visit visa. Last week adi ayekasa efa ho. Ebi so betimi aba with student visa. Just oba abeko school. Ebi so timi ba with let's say a tourist visa or as an entrepreneur. Ebi so etimi ba as with as a domestic worker in a private household. Maybe this next week or so, the weeks after. You will share and so we be fear or well as a domestic worker. Ghana ya from house help and I'm maid and also uber krum how it media also Eddie Abba. That is also another way over to media. But majority of the times no ya na nipa bebre Eddie omuyiri ana omokuno na eya eba. But you also say most of this application or a lot of these applications, maybe kitty now now their refusal application. And yes, our repa, and yes, there is no relationship ongoing. But so when to me and with the correct documents now, on normal refusal application. Sometimes it's just something very minor, but obronidia. So one for evidence now and one persuading is a corrector or refuse you. Already no on person will become had it out. And I would do one command on so dear. And it is one man a chance to refuse you. One man very easy for him to refuse you. So and then me person me to me was not young go through the requirements, the procedures, what is required. So but me a successful application. Nipa they don't want to get themselves into trouble until they just take it to the lawyer. About 95%, let me say 99% of the applications are for spouses. No, we've been successful because we take our time and put the documents together well. Now, number one, before Uber application, Amawije Anawukuno Amanabano. So I see partner, I need to. When I say partner, I can be referring to a husband or a wife, and your spouse is either a husband or a wife. Now, in that case, what happens is this: you have to show that the application is made under Appendix FM, Section EC-P of the Immigration Rules. Appendix FM, Section EC-P of the Immigration Rules. That is, you are applying as a partner. The EC stands for ethnic clearance and the P stands for a partner. So you are applying for your partner to come under the Appendix FM of the Immigration Rules. And only the starting point. Number two, as I said, you meet the eligibility requirements. You see eligibility requirements, so we have the criminality. So uyirino anawukuno or criminal record or Ghana and in any part of the world that can be used against them. They would never come to the UK if they have a criminal record. na obi betumi abisa me say na waye boni bi nanso any record so a well say any record so a and the obia ntimi nkwohwehwe bibia mu enkyere se saa boni no na waye but uyo bi waye boni wo criminal record ye di wa court na fine o se record we enye papa eno nti ya sentence wa se sanity and it is on the record and they can check and on one then of course a be affected with application they can stand on that on criminality not only their refusal. That is one number. The other thing is so obi ewo the obi also supporting maybe a friend terrorist or terrorist ideas or terrorist organization munswa and also refusal. So all this comes under suitability. You have to be suitable. Now, after you are suitable, you have to be eligible. So there are two main categories. You have to be suitable, and then you have to be eligible to come to the UK. Now, some of the suitability is one mahada wababa using the NHS when chiaka buy as a visitor waba register with GP why use NHS na when tia yama invoice when tia the sanity you do not meet the suitability requirement yama invoice of more than £500 na when tia we will be you do not meet the suitability requirement on the refusal application because of that. So that is one. And two we will be waba krumha now waba using NHS yama invoice please ensure that you make the payment or you have some sort of arrangement with them to make the payment. If that is the case, then you don't have too much of a problem. Another aspect of the suitability is that there is no deportation order on you. If you have a Chrome had why be binti ya deport you. Say who was that deportation order on you? Of course, your application now it to be refused. And now you'll be you have not been excluded. Yes, you will know usubai enya and to want to member UK ha. You have not been excluded, no exclusion order against you, then with me is application. But if there is an exclusion order against you, then you cannot cross the suitability requirement, threshold. We are number refusal for application. So these are some of the grounds homogeneous for suitability are refusal. Another one so you said ya invite you for interview ebia usiwa ware nti yesi woni ukuno ekwa kofa waba ana oyi akwa kofa waba yesi bibia touch enye very clear they want to interview you and check if the relationship is genuine ebia mame na your application na manipa miensa enai enuma betwam nti wudi no so they want to be sure say enye marriage of convenience ana enye sham marriage ana enye fake marriage ya invite you one call. So one call automatically omejinasu normal refusal application. And to say invite you for interviewer. Say nyama bi wo hwa wonim emfa wo yire ho ana wo kunu ho a the best you have to do is say we need it na se na mo ndin komo questions o pese obisa no no obekyerekere omo questions anu nso pese obisa no obisa you get the understanding and everything is clear. Sometimes if you worry papa the history, how many children, how many brothers and sisters now you don't know. Ni papa, your friend same. Ni papa na no. Only any biological father, and now only ubia one with him as the father. Because sometimes if you're not mameno, akowari be fufro. Whilst you were a child, you never knew or only stepfather. Maybe after many years in Tiako Bisawa, wabo edin kwakum, or non swab of dim fufro. Now I go create conflict. So you need to sit down and trash these questions out and trash it out properly before you throw for interviewer with me. You need to know some basic information about your husband, and also I'll go down to that one. And now we'll come to the suitability requirements when you are called for interview. And you need to make sure that everything is in order. And this we application it will be refused because you do not meet the suitability requirement. Criminal record, deportation order, exclusion order, owing the NHS of £500 and more, failing to pay, all this constitute in summary as not meeting the suitability requirement. Until if suitability now, near called eligibility. Eligibility ni kyerɛ sɛ yes usuban the problem bi ani ho nanso asetna na wopɛ sɛ wonya de ba bɛka wo yere ana wo kunu ho no wa no yɛhwɛ wo a do you meet the requirements? The suitability no, number one, as I said, there is a genuine relationship between you and your partner. Genuine relationship between you and your partner. How do you show that there is a genuine relationship going on? And no, first of all, mukasa. So mukasa, what is the evidence? And your honor, your friend is saying WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp calls, telephone cards. Woody a friend muhu. Now, Obiba say telephone cards there, and a calling card there say enchre nipa me friend. There's the case of Good Day. The case of Good Day, Goudey. That case law actually said. So we use it telephone cards. Eddie Fre Ubimpo. All those say enchre number now with their friend on them. Still no, it constitutes a form of communication. And to be with Mrs. phone cards we say na mu dia ba makasa media me nko sukuda me name send text messages any WhatsApp messages into media phone cards na ya me to edi frame me yire ana me di frame me kuno se sa na tia na udi ni na dia ka ho to show that there is communication ongoing between you. So communication is one proof of the genuine and subsistent relationship. And yes, I worry about 10 years ago, when communication in no birthday cards, no greeting cards, no Valentine cards, no Christmas cards, nothing. Then when not now, no sorry, and it will be refused because yes, you are married, but there is no continuing, subsisting, going on relationship. Yes, what worry there now? So the relationship is still ongoing. It is still a live relationship, not a dead relationship. So that you have to prove with the supporting documents. So yakasa about communication, WhatsApp messages, telephone calls, text messages, emails if possible, letters, greeting cards, birthday cards, Christmas cards, etc., etc. That is proof that there is there's a live relationship going on. A bill so estimated money transfer receipts edika so me kuno me sane ne sika e bi be bisa se na se emma ense ne obema sika emre bi ni ho enkyere se oba ntimi nsane obema sika se wudo no onye adwuma owo Ghana one is saying of course there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But Kuvia, yeah, recently, and I'm a huge load of money transfer. Edi koma papa no. The car application no. Home office forecast says kana mamene de sane papa no sika no modru. Nti e bia omo gidi se ono na hwe ne project so ma no enya ware sika na all sane no. And I money for your spouse, but maybe it is for building. And of course, yes, say, and yes, relationship near genuine and any idea of this kind of papa and say on fire BB and manner. And of course, to sustain himself. And to the home office lost on that front. And the money transfer is also a very good way of showing that there is a genuine and continuing relationship between you and your spouse. Another thing is a bit mere door to door. If you know at all anchor barrel, no are filled with sardine and corned beef and more any your friends saying and what I mean just and toma and pabwa fit entirely then near sheepy ediacoma urbano and near sheepy acoma urbano. That is all proof that there is a genuine relationship going on. And door to door is also very, very, very important. Now, these things are made kind of so simple, Sano, and yet as simple as it is. And to say, want to me handler, please speak to your lawyer, speak to me, speak to any of my colleagues. We'll be able to help you and get it done for you, not with me about a krumha. So that is proof of genuine and subsistent relationship. Now, if you are, over to me, actually say you have to show say when you're bano and obeyamano, you have met each other. You should meet. And yes, moishia ewo internet so moishia ewo dating website, more telephone calls, more emails, more WhatsApp messages, and until straight away. You haven't met before. Then usi ebusiafo enye aware ne emfi Ghana ema wo wa ha ono nso wo ho no mo marriage certificate no based on the customary marriage now mo di abrel na usi udi application ema no it will fail. So you should meet your partner at least once as a so face to face, one on one, at least once. So that is where it will come. That have you met before? The answer is yes. Where did you meet? When did you meet? Etc. Etc. I'll come to that later. And then say, Mushiawo online employer, you should still establish a face-to-face contact of meeting before say obey aware. Say unibibisa, I would not advise you to go ahead with the application. To wasi kokosrano and say first kohono kushiano udu airport wa manembe or airport ho mo chucha pictures, beautiful pictures. Come bibia eda ding na wahu sampa uko Ghana no wo pound sterling kakra fani ko shopping yani show ma your bani show na your be money show then ko shopping mall to bibi kakra ma no mo chucha pictures fani ko moving pick hotel I got now on just some more kakra and I finally caught some restaurant be now it shows that there is a relationship going on. When you check different pictures. Sorry, more pictures. Oh, sorry, and so that shows that truly there is an ongoing relationship. If you are sorry, then of course, a wedding be a naming ceremony be a year and also different pictures. So you have a wide range of pictures covering different occasions that will prove that there is actually a genuine relationship going on. That will sign Abba UK Hanonso, ma Obana and Bajao Quine or airport. A Hanonso, we capture more pictures. Wahageno, na, Oneno, we capture pictures. Beautiful pictures. Would it show beer? I mean, there's been no question about whether this relationship is genuine or not. Until you have ended up proving that there is an ongoing relationship. Now I sign Akko back to Ghana Biom. A hono and sana must sign Akko worry. And the first time meeting and no enya worry no. That is getting to know each other, learning each other, to see say ampa nipa na me hono internet no so no. Oyo no ani ana hoyo bi fufuro. Then you get to know each other, you get to like each other. And then with that, then you certainly build a relationship from there. The telephone calls will continue, the WhatsApp messages will continue, the greeting cards will continue. So you have built it. So 2 slots. First one before you met, second one when you met, third one after you have met. And then when you go back, you start building, or when you come back, you start building this relationship and build it very well. If that happens, I can assure you, sir, you have proved enough that there is an ongoing relationship. Now, questions will hire na omotimebisa. Me hu bia omo refuse the application. Omo bisa papa ne se ehe na ushia obey o se me hia no wo ne fie. Ye bisa ma me ne se papa ne hia no wo ne fie oba besra ne uncle e na ohun no wo. Ma me papa no nso se de bi o hia no wo beach. Ehona o hia no. Eba ne sa then the answers are different. Now create problems for you. Until I'll come to a bit of that. So relationship subsisting. Then the other party has to be in the UK. This is also another chapter under the eligibility. Makasa about suitability. I'm not talking about eligibility. The other party has to be outside the UK, which is not a problem because your husband or your wife is in Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, anywhere else. That is fine. Then the next thing is, as I said, which is you meet the financial requirement. Financial requirement. And also it's a big problem. As I said, we really know another corona or chrome hanum, as so it's said, or ye juma oji sika at least 18,600 pounds. At least 18,600. So sika na endu sa and the way application it will be refused unless there is a child in and then they have to use the case of MM. That is a different matter altogether. But so wunkwa na wuba na only any dependence. I'll go to the dependence as well. Only any dependence. Wunkwa would 18,600 pounds before tax. 18,600 before tax. That is gross annual salary of your partner in the UK. And you were outside. What outside? Sika wuji di enfire on home, enfire bruni home. Nia owa hano, nia onu ejeno, anona omu eshe. And so outside, and you have so much money, but your partner here doesn't earn the 18,600. The application may be refused unless there are some other factors. Over here, supporting documents. Say wunkwa na wuba 18,600. Say abofra baku eka hua plus 3,800 pounds. So be 18,600 plus 3,800. So unam I think around 22,400. So that is it. If there's another child again, that is 2,400. So the first child is 18. The first partner is 18,600. The first child is 3,800. The second child is 2,400, and any additional child is 2,400. And to your calculation, on extra say me and me mommy and sa and the eba 18,600 plus 3,800 plus 2,400 plus 2,400. And no, and as I say, partner now wo UK hano. So as you can assess how say oji ansana you can meet the financial threshold. Sometimes say papa no sika onya no endu sa and my advice ne say wo no betimi aba first oba no betimi aba first na ono nso eye bi na o de aka papa ne de no ho na ameti the 24,600 or plus for the other children na wa ye na emofra no nso aba UK ha enti ma mensi subiom so papa no sika na onya no only 18,600 and ne ontime mfa wo ma no emma enti sa na ti a wo bra first uba first na wo so wo ye adwuma ne bi sika wo so wo nya no na de aka papa no 18,600 ne ho enti e bia wo uji 10,000 pounds ye de ka papa no 18,600 ne ho a na ye 26,800. That is enough to bring the children as well. That is enough to bring the children. So that is the strategy you can employ. You come first, you work, add it to the month's income, then we can bring the children after 6 months. So that is that. The next thing we have to look at is as documents we were white as a papa na and our bana wahana our person will be bano as all the children. As all the pay slips of a certain quantity at each as I said, all the P60 actually the amount of money you earn in a year at each P60 no, it states your gross annual salary on that. And it's a Uko cancer uji 18,600. Meanwhile, you can show P60 so now 15,000 I just say near Wokano and no credit and it will not work. So the P60 has to show that you earn more than 18,600 for your partner to come to the UK. We need pay slips. We need bank statements of a certain number of months. And Sana, your partner, can also come to join you. And then you would need, so I've talked about P60, I've talked about pay slips, I've talked about bank statements. And the bank statement has to be from an accredited institution, bank institution here, financial institution. It does not have to be and just any bank, but it has to be a bank that is accepted and accredited in the UK. Bank statements, no wait me print it from the account from the bank. Now the stamp a sisu amount. That is perfectly okay, and that will show say you earn your money through your work, and the work that you earn the money through, the money reflects on your bank account, in your bank account clearly. Now, Sikana Eba bank statement, so say different from Sikana Eba on your pay slip that can raise questions. So just make sure say near Eba in your account is the same as the money that is reflecting on your pay slips. Your pay slips very important. Now with me agent and also now with the application. So pay slips, bank statement, P60, then a letter from your employer. The letter from the employer has to state 1. Ejuma awoye. 2. Position awowo or your job title. 3. The gross annual salary. It has to state your gross annual salary. Then the next thing, it has to state when you started receiving that level of income. ABR, now UG 20,000, and they started paying you 22,000 now. So they have to state when you started receiving the 22,000 pounds. The 22,000 pounds, they have to state when you started receiving that level of income. If you honor, they have to state whether it is permanent, whether it is temporary, whether it is contract. The letter has to state the kind of work it is. Is it agency? Is it temporary? Is it permanent? Is it an agency job? They have to state that in the cover letter. With that, then you have covered all the requirements to prove that you are a person who meets the financial threshold. So that is very, very important. Then if you honor, you will need your tenancy agreement. I just said, uwo han uwo baby se ukuno ana wiriba obenye baby atna enquire overcrowded. Now in this country we have rules that govern the number of people that can live in a room or in a house, because they don't want spreading of communicable diseases that can be spread. If people are overcrowded, if there are too many people in a room, it can lead to spread of diseases. They don't want that. So 1 room is for 2 people, 2 rooms, 3 people, 3 rooms, 5 people, 4 rooms for 7.5 people. Now, any child that is under 10 years is left out of count. So you go to the Part X of the Housing Act, and any who are enough accommodation for your partner to join you in the UK. And to say, even one single room, one rent will be dying. There are other tenants in the house, but you have 1 room exclusively to yourself. That is enough, because we're in a bar, you and your partner can occupy that room exclusively. Obifo for any access to that room. So that is enough. So you need a tenancy agreement which will confirm that you have a place to lay your head. So they have a place to sleep. Now sometimes your tenancy agreements need which excludes somebody else coming to stay in that house, unless you have a permission from the landlord or from the council. And to share with tenancy agreement, say you need permission, make sure you get that permission before your partner applies. And yes, Home Office will use that clause and say at paragraph 2, subsection 1 of the tenancy agreement, it says that nobody can live in the house with you. You have not provided any proof. Say you have permission for your partner to live in the house, and they will use that to refuse the application. So please, if you are not sure or you don't know how to do it, see a lawyer, or you can see us. We are more than happy to go through the documents for you to ensure, sir, you meet the requirements before you submit the application. Tenancy agreement. Sometimes they want you to provide a report shows that you have enough room or the property is sufficiently available to you or to a third person to occupy. Please, if you are not sure, seek legal advice. And yes, sir, you will be wasting money. Sika bebree will go down the drain. Application fee is very expensive. It's about £1,600. Now it's your IHS of about almost £2,000. You'll be spending about £3,600 on a spousal application. Lawyer fee account. If it is refused, that money goes down the drain. It is a wasted money. It is wasted money. They may refund the IHS to you, but you have wasted the main application fee. To avoid that, please seek legal advice before you make the application, before you submit the application. So that is that with the financial requirement and then the letter from the employer. Another document you would need is this. So what worry that? And warrior, please provide divorce certificate. A lot of people get it wrong. A lot of people get it wrong. Also, wait, they say if you worry, if you any record more, you never
Also,
know.
divorce certificate.
Yes.
Tiase.
Divorce certificate. Also, where the any records so a fear worry ebusan for and name say my worry and say any record be as one share ye or be obi umpe wasam or kazo papa we kram nim say or worry na me wo hobby ye bibia na so all an application no or say one worry that evidence ni pictures ni evidence I just ampa ye na ne your hobby pictures ni na just say obroni beka say ampa you were once married. You didn't provide a divorce certificate. And see, a warrior which not to debate you can it is nullified. It's not a genuine or it's not a valid marriage. They can cancel was sitting on our no, because now what worry one goose I worry and our sanko our will be a tosso in two marriages. That is bigamous or and it's of course in the UK they don't accept polygamous or bigamous marriage, and don't say a banisa, you will be in hot waters. And it's a worry. And Lydia Mitchell said, please have a divorce certificate. And sana wako submit application. And sana wa worry and the other person. Men kaso me yekodu baby court ni say me change for decree absolute or for decree marriage certificate, what if a divorce certificate. Divorce certificate ni nyamaye and wapre wo akoware obi foforo. It means you are married twice. That is not right. Please ensure that you are completely divorced before you go and contract another marriage. And yes, sir, how. And now your other party, maybe the person you were married to is passed away. The person is dead. So sanity, then you need to produce the death certificate. So death certificate, no why it means that you are free to marry. You can then go ahead and marry without any problems. And this your application will be refused. Again, you need to provide evidence of if you have children, you need to provide their birth certificates. Their birth certificates to support your application. Say, I'm poor. If the kids are not coming with you straight away, still provide their birth details, their birth certificates to support the application because you may want to go and bring them to the UK. So one part of information and tusu afeina upakodi udiwako tuswa obroniba kasa bano usi uni abufra ana uni mufra so say no ebani saying na suddenly emufra no abem they can use that against you. So yes, even though the children may not be coming now, please ensure that their details go on the application form. They are not coming now. Yes, we agree, but let their details go on the application form so that in future, so do mobile already, their details are on the form which you completed. So that is not a problem for you.
Before bet you also know, me kai mo se mo share SBTV Africa, me ne lawyer wisdom akaho, yeah, or UK in some year kano. They are betimi abefa odofu bi efri Ghana ako UK eno nkomo na yedi ene ebi na afa na wa join ye discuss nyama bebre previously videos ni nya wa channel no so nti make sure so be subscribe ya o de wa join chire beba questions ni bi wa mbeti me bisa no mo but ebi wa na previous videos ni yi ano de da menya yanka the topic ni ya daily no ye sha se topic ye sha se last week it yanka ene no topic ya daily no bisa ho questions but normal ordinary questions bi a also afa na wa be join ni the videos ni the dos ya bebre me ne no a obetimi ahwa obenya sa answers ni nyina wo ho it is afa na wa ba on say numbers no screen so so obetimi type a question na type a question na bra screen so comment section type so untimi type a numbers na wo screen so your voice note short your voice note question how person obisa no your bo 6 abo nti any moment one na no see a memo akan comment no na ya voice note ni bi nti make sure say all the voice notes the about questions how person obisa no fabra share link na na ka che onua bi say na be ya obeti we nyina ase enkoba ne say time edu onim sa nyama no say me hwe connection ma na yedi ni sika ne ade ma ya ma me document bi so ye nyama so ohia nyina no utie sa program bo nyina before obeti ewie ni nyina na say onim left and right onim de o say o de ba onim de say uhia we onim ni nyina nti we make sure some be share say who ni UK crampo a share na nko baby WhatsApp so Facebook so share link ni keke na obi so mehwe bi ebetima abo obi ebetima abo ebusuan bi ebetima abo odanfo bi nti lawyer to aso e na mfa questions dem right move am questions dem both voice notes ni comment section ye be kinkan
Yo, yo. Okay, thank you. Now, some other information now very important is so why your previous application that if you why visit visa application 1, 2, 3 times, why your student visa application that yamfa so who your application those informations are very, very important. As a set you have made an application before, the dates you made the application, when it was refused, and the reasons for the refusal. You need to put those informations there. And yes, sir, you have concealed information or you are hiding information from them, and until your application will be refused. You don't want to get your application refused. Therefore, you have to ensure that you provide them with all the necessary information they require, and then you can make your application. Of course, there are other things that you need to show that, to have a successful application. You need to do English language test. The what Ghana no, so we need university degree and I would need first degree any SSL would throw the English language test for spouses level A1. So would need first degree obtained from a recognized and accredited university in Ghana or in your country. Then you have to write and pass the speaking and listening test, English language test.
Na lawyer samanko square.
One course square. Over to me is there is nothing that you can't do if you set your mind to it. There is nothing you can't do. On the 9th of July 2012, before then, not anyhow, but from the 9th of July 2012, and see, if people can go to the moon, you can also write exams and pass. Going to the moon is more difficult than writing English language and pass. And of course, it is not speaking, it is not writing, it is only speaking and listening. So, that is all there is to it, is speaking and listening. It is not reading and writing. And I won't essay, no. And see, So I'm speaking, listening, reading and writing. Now we fail reading and writing and found the speaking and the listening. That is the most important part to us. You can do it. Now, this is what I tell my clients. So what percent you are not sure. Sometimes no brofo it is the accent. The way I'm no, and then we don't get it. But na answer near Bakroma, some can brofona, just so you are super and what say. But yes, I want to make Ghana de ubia at me cabrofo. Me mammy or macola or to me cambrofo. Me mammy or what Franchini Fabradima to me chalk or to make ashibri contumbre. Here at the go at the camp there, yang na yet to make and so we you who so much there. Of course, this is what you have to do. Go to YouTube. For now, crown, man find yet text messages keke. Go to YouTube and enter English language level A1 test. English language level A1 test. And our English language A1 test. Not how iPhone, your friends say headphone. Listen to it over and over and over. You will get to understand their accent. You understand it. And to go now or tape now already what be down. Now you know how it sounds like. It's easy, but if you don't listen to it, you wouldn't know that it is possible to understand them. So don't waste your time on other things on the internet which don't benefit. Just go to YouTube and enter English language level A1 test. See it over and over and play it over and over. You'll get it. The Daubakwa exam no over channel with ease. So that is it. But you'll be first degree. And then you won't trust our exams, no, won't trust our tests, no, won't just speaking and listening. Will certificate and I will transcript, no, fa ebra eha. Fama will kuno and I will wahanum. Or the back an organization be from Actis, ECCTIS, Actis. Then number translate it and number transpose it to. Say I'm with the letter. Ebe can say I'm degree now with the about and a transcript now with the about. Yeah, say, of course, equivalent to degree UK ha because omuchira wade brofomo. Sa brofono odi chira wade wa Ghana nso no, ene UK ha brofono pepepe. And the wo sa nipa no, wo gi sa letter no eto certificate no ana wo transcript no so a enya ade a wo be yes English language test no. And it's a way degree, first degree, and a master's, and now your doctorate, with media baha, na oma shesu, na they will just write a letter to confer comparability assessment, oma ye, makasampa, degree certificate ni equal to the degree certificate in the UK. Wono uncho sam. Santisa unchop one go to university, we need degree. English language also want to mention, and this unfortunately, any idea to me about a chromoha. Unless maybe there is some medical reason in TH, any idea you can never, ever, ever pass your exams. And it has to be a doctor's medical report. Alright, so wait the man 100 years in poor, any idea about me actual exam. A pass it. And yes, one go school, and yes, school near camp. If you are binti, want to mean physical disability and a mental disability, any idea of what me actual a pass it. So, science here, then that is a different matter altogether. But until you have to write the English language test and pass, speaking and listening. No writing, no reading, only speaking and listening. So here, of course, you will be able to come to the UK. That is that aspect. Then the other thing is that you have to do a tuberculosis test. That's all your tuberculosis test. With this certificate, the application actually say your chest is clear. You don't have any tuberculosis. Spread it over UK. In that case, you have the tuberculosis certificate and you are clear. Omo for visit visa, they don't have to do the tuberculosis test because it is less than 6 months. But Obia Obabet now settlements, you are required to provide a tuberculosis test certificate. I actually say you are clear of tuberculosis and that you can come to the UK to reside here. So these are the requirements that you will need to come and make a successful application to come to the UK. There's quite a few more to answer, but I will let's leave it here. If there are some questions, I'll respond to it, and then I can go back to the relationship side of the questions. There's some very, very important, about 5 to 7 very important questions. And no, I will use that to conclude that you need to have answers to those questions. If you're able to answer it well, I can assure you, together with all the other supporting documents, you have a good chance to succeed on your application to come to join your partner here in the UK. DJ.
Aha, okay. Me any nyawo say me multitasking. A bit more voice. Me san share comment bi ni ade nti. I think say sisi ano ye ba bebisa mo questions am de aba no. Say me ka kire mo say mo mfa question mo am betimi a type no. O de type bra. Me de beto screen is obe kan pepepe. E bia na o ye new afi na wa be join ni. Nti o mo ta share de o nim. Nti betimi the questions number. Make sure so be share no invite you be send be anipa no be boa no because ade yesua de very important say yes I no be person di bu na say bibisa no be ka bibi fracture o baby a onim left and right enti questions needed be but menya voice notes ni kakra mamima lawyer yen starting na obe kan we ma yen hwe me voice is ready
Yo I say Gans Ganu. I am here watching you live from Germany. German. Okay, that's fine. This is Matthew. Please, can a Ghanaian with German resident permit but not working at the moment can visit UK for 1 week? Of course. If you have a German resident permit, it is our sitting over Germany and on your German national, but our indefinite leave and unlimited leave to be in Germany. Of course, Robert send me an application about UK to visit. All you have to show is that it's not working right now, but you have to prove that even if you're not working, you have family, you have strong connection to Germany, you will go back. If you can prove that, you should be fine. Even though are not working, I know people who may not be working or are not working, but they have sufficient savings. They can base the application on the fact that they have enough savings, and based on that, they will always go back to Germany. So yours is not a problem at all. Yes, you can apply, and hopefully, once you persuade them that you will go back, they will give you the visa to come to visit the UK.
Me who say comments in there, but I think say we your topics are enyama wa delete that but I feel no bisu bisa how they can be. Once the person you're dealing with the topic, new topic questions, but when we now say I deleted that one. Okay,
you're dealing with all these topics, but anyway, you can't do much about it. So let's handle it for them. I see John Adinsa Bentum. I am in level 200 in Ghana University, and I want to travel to the UK for vacation, but my bank account balance is only 20,000 Ghana. Can my visit be refused or what? Well, there is no guarantee that you will be refused, and there is also no guarantee that you will be granted. It's 50-50. I've always said visa applications are not guaranteed. It all depends on whether you can convince or persuade the caseworker that when you come, you will go back. In a case like this, you can take a letter from the university to state the course you are pursuing. Of course, they can also state the fact that you just want to come for visit and the level at which you are, which is level 200. And of course, with all the supporting evidence, you can come, you can apply. If you are granted, then certainly you can always come and visit the UK. But I'll say it again, there is no guarantee in visa applications. You can do it, but there is nothing cast in stool in this case.
Mesra mo a mo hwɛ no momfa topic de bɛn no momfa ho questions mbra. Mo a bi afa na mo ni abo channel no so no. Mesra o say make sure so be subscribe na. O click subscribe no ko videos no ma. Now checking about say me na ye interviews me start kra wo UK on office. San sam we nyina o kan na before me ba say so Ghana so amene ne ye no so no. Ya started bia waka saa nyama obehia ne saa visa how to do student visa nyama ohia ne nya bank state saa nyama nyina waka nti kan be say ye follow according to ebia topics next week so ba ne ye topics no nti mo afa na mo ni aboso no de nyama bebre wa we ya no da eye tie voice note we ne enhwe
DJ nyame ami trade program no na minim se mo wi na still alive lawyer no wakasa but one a year pese business na say oba no Ghana no woma but one worry da ana be ma na worry no ana no so no so one be kan say why yeah DJ nyame ami trade program no na minim se mo wi na still alive lawyer no wakasa but one a year pese business na say oba no Ghana no woma but one worry da ana be ma na worry no ana no so one be kan say
okay
why question back we biti adwen na ayi waka enyo bia na ye chat too much. What if you say o partner no Ghana no so no most spend almost 98% of your time talking on the phone. Now you can have call logs say you talk all the time. Now say any chat as in writing and also at the same and message in a live there will be
okay
yo papa live it has very good questions. Yes sir Oban of course money text messages WhatsApp messages but you can prove call logs of calls. This is about 98% of your time talking. That is 100% excellent. That is excellent. And in your bayani said you print wahano with me I'm a phone provider but print all your call logs for you. Or no so bet me any call logs from MTN and any service provider. I bet you number now offer once would you bet the number now will friend now mo the highlighter on their farm their firm say my number ni papa my so here papa the number ni almost yes you communicate with each other and see any text messages in kwa any WhatsApp messages in kwa as long as you can prove in any way say you communicate that is acceptable. Then as besides say my no Ghana or ma but unworried and there's so any problem so unworried divorce certificate via and a relationship now or and out of that relationship no and our woman it is not marriage and to Sandy pay so or your application form na say have you been married before? The answer is no. Then maybe say do you have children etc. The answer will be yes. But say a basana there is an additional requirement. It is an additional requirement. And so I'm who say and I'm say above emofane papa no or does it play any role or any part in the children's lives? What role does it play in the children's life? So ubo musio eko kase emofane papa are involved is involved. I mean is involved in the children's lives. San or yemawom Ujasika say or diomko school or go form school, Samuku hospital or no involver. I can assure you, before you even submit the application, say the application will be refused. Because before why is sole responsibility, you have not met the test of sole responsibility, which falls under paragraph 297 of the immigration rules. If you don't meet the sole responsibility requirement, another case that talks about sole responsibility, the application for the children will be refused. Mamene the end debate me go true, but emofane the no will be refused. Let us do a while. Yedi chere mameno and na responsible for every aspect of the children's lives. So let us know yen your templates, your copies for ho. Yedi mawa school no behweso. Yeah, lawyers, we work with templates, we work with samples. The samples, no matter what, no matter so. I when you afraid, mommy, this is what you do. This is what how many times you call. This is what you do. This is the materials you send to. And with that, now your GB from different organizations, we take about 4 to 5 letters from different organizations. And on the lecturer said, my menu and yet totally and completely responsible for the children's lives. Say the letters in now the call not yamfa mana, then there is something wrong because near 100% we've been successful in every single one of them because the content in those letters will determine what the outcome will be. And yes, this letter was school. Now my catcher say we know that this is a child in the school. The mother is traveling to abroad. She wants to travel with the children, and therefore your support or your any help you can give it will be highly appreciated. That letter would not help. That doesn't say anything about what the mother does for the children. That is the template we have, and we have that template. I can guarantee say so my answer is so I'm worried that no problem. I'm a Ghana, yes, but you need to do something which we call you have to prove that the mother has sole responsibility for the children.
Okay, until next.
Good evening, DJ Nyami. Me patrol, me pese obisa lawyer, mama say ABA, why you aware na mama live to remain for 5 years before ansana Brexit ever. Me patrol, me question is, pese me who free lawyer. Say, obetwen I'm a 5 years no aso. And son of apply for indefinite leave to remain. And now I say in the course of the 5 years, no, I apply for leave to remain. And whichever way, no, say apply for leave to remain, no, documents being and it's all the count. And who be here say what the EU national now in the hour, what the documents be count. And now I say because we Jumano. One kasa obetimi apply for leave to remain no how do you pay slip in the bank statement ebeka ho ana.
Okay, lawyer.
Yo, may I say, Papa, these are very important questions. Number 2, and number 1, I wanted to answer the 2 first before the 1, but let me take it step by step. First, Obisa said, what worry you need, I'm more 5 years, what may I apply for indefinite leave to remain before the 5 years is over, and it's possible. So let me ask application before the 5 years is over. The 5 years starts from the date of the marriage, not the date. How many stamp see who passport and the asset nano. The 5 years starts from the date of the marriage, and to go to the marriage certificate, she said date ben and also calculate 5 years from then. So 5 years from then, even 2 years into the 5 years now with the amount you can still apply for your indefinite leave to remain. Example will be Ewari in 2010. Now so you 5 years in Emano in 2012. The 5 years actually starts from 2010 now Wari, not in 2012 now Yedimano. And to your money in 2012, it goes up to 2017. But you count the 5 years from 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Into 2015, actually said, well, 5 years now. Or let me apply for 20, or let me apply for the indefinite leave. I'm using the time that is passed already, but you can do that calculation. And now, if you are worried in 2020, and you had money in 2021. In that case, you had more in 2021, you have up to 2020. 2026, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, I think as 5 years. But you start counting your 5 years from the date on the marriage certificate. 5 years from there, when you try, you can go ahead. The second one is that as long as you are married, before the second, as long as you are married to the EU national, you need to provide the proof that you are still in the marital relationship. As long as you are married, over provide or ban valid passport or valid ID card. That is one. As a sort of Obanon are registered for the EU settlement scheme. Over here in number no. As a Saudi marriage certificate no account. So that is the case where you are still married. But in the event that the marriage is broken, and then you move into the category of retained right of residence. Retained right of residence. So what retaining right of residence, it means that our egu. But already 3 years, and sana we share our jayasi. You know our UK at the time now we share our jayanasi. And of course, at the time now we're a good crack now or that's so chroma. Now we know what to also from time our any good, you know, Eddie at Twaswako. I to say this is the example I gave. I to say now right now your school no na relay, so relay Americana ya omotono. Obi me to Americans and all the baton no Eddie a share one so now one so to American adi at Twasum. Sa pepe say our any gua you know at Americans are from dam warriors are but time now or any good yet. They say the baton I share one some say one so to Americana Akano the 5 years. And then say I want to go and retain the right of residence. Then over here the divorce certificate. Over here proof say na you now o chrome her at the time now we share divorce now see after the time now I want to agree. And so what the proof but you can say of course not on so or in the UK at the time now the marriage was still going on. So why EU settlement scheme now over here the proof of the documents. Who want a valid passport, you can still add that one to it. It makes life a lot easier for you. So yes, it depends on the situation. Depends on the circumstance. So once we get more information, then we can proceed from there. So in either case, you don't have to wait the 5 years, depending on when you married, and you don't have to add her documents, depending on whether you're still married to her or not. But some documents will still be required from when you married up to when they divorce. It is only after the divorce that you may not need some documents from her.
Okay.
Hello. Good evening. DJ Nyami. Last year, minya akwanya eko UK, eko di holidays. Na this time, me pese nyame adom na se me kwa. Me de me wife eka ho ye de eko. Na ebasa na ono so behia bank statement ana se me bank statement no. Meeting de akova no ene nako ene me question number 1. Question number 2. Nipa na we invite him na oye me cousin no. Ne indefinite leave to remain no. People na the I spy. Afi na wa apply for British passport. Na no enyanya ready. Say ebe ready. Nyame aduma in 3 months time which is September. So me pese me ko biwa. I just am train emanensa kan the passport the British passport no answer and say me there I apply for my next visa abra the British passport enya ready. Me that's it.
Okay.
Yo, question number 2 first. Over to my application, the fact said indefinite no, maybe there is an end date on it and you only lose your indefinite if you've been out of the UK for 2 years. Who are indefinite now not UK outside the UK for 2 years and you're indefinite no ashigu. But so that's so UK ha indefinite no, it does not expire. Indefinite is indefinite. Sometimes home office to me the expiry date to card no so and no interest was it no ewu debi still no who does so was it na UK. That's not a problem at all. Question number 2 or say well into obet me to also an application based on the fact that the panel invited no or was it no UK and says all trying money British passport ne banzana or your application. So that is one. Then first the other question is or say or no buy the bank statement and or the HABBI or person in the eba or bank statement and now on only the betting. It's a family unit. You are applying as a family unit. And then say bank statement so is enough to pay for yourself and your wife, of course. So let me the wood no Eddie aye. But so we just application here. Make sure say we share application form so much baby additional information. And so baby say you are coming with your wife as a family unit. And the documents that you are relying on is your bank statement, which shows that you have sufficient funds to take care of yourself and your wife in the application. So please put that small note there, and then they will look at it. Because remember, the forms are different forms, different forms. Different people may look at the forms, and if you don't put that information there and upload your bank statement to support your wife's own as well, they may refuse hers, they may give you yours. So chip in that information and you should be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, DJ Mpacho. Good evening. Pacho Kumwe. We there. It's program. Na mpesa obusa lawyer mo me say ukita EU family card na pesa oba visit for UK requirement na dey. Say bia be man kita passport na me kita EU family card. Nti mpesa mo ba UK. Let's aba kwan be na me fa so. And the aba me give visa na say letting aba sa because me ono no ti ko sa with passport no. Me da say.
Okay.
Yo, mommy, means me that say. You for the so cry you passport or bet me afani passport what on a ticket waba no restrictions problem be any home. But what ukra settlement the other EU country no wunyanye EU national and te no as a set who apply for visa and sana wait me aba kroma. But some as a part as a family when you can and of course we have application now wait me the ne passport copies and all additional marriage certificates at the account just look minimum war Italy, Germany, Portugal, Spain. Yeah, back for holiday. Or no EU or he doesn't need a visa. But me, I'm applying for visa. But these are the proofs that we are family unit. We and you have a very good chance. Yeah, the mauna when to me about UK.
DJ me. But you're person Miss Lawyer sing with mommy. But me person you say my visa application and my supporting document, for social ties, something that binds me here, I proved say I'm married and I also have a kid. So I supported my visa application with the marriage certificate and the birth certificate of the child. So the issue is, should God permit and or fortunately for me, if I should be granted the visa to enter the UK, it is a visit visa to enter the UK, will it be possible for me to get married again to, let's say, a British or someone who is a UK national, in order for me to get my stay? Will it be possible? Like, are they going to pull the records in my visa application earlier to show that, oh, being safe, I'm married and I'm not legally divorced, so why am I getting married again? I'm confused, so I'm still waiting for a feedback from the embassy. Okay, thank you.
Yes. You're married, you aren't divorced, you can't marry again. You have to be divorced, you have to be free before you can marry anybody else. So, yes, pray that they would give you the visa to come to the UK. Now, once you granted the visa to come to the UK, and then we know who the chance, of course, you visit and then you can go back. But if for any reason, waba kromaha, now you decide not to go back, then now if you wish you would be waha, obana wagana wouldn't in terminal and koyibuma. You can only marry in the UK after you have divorced. You cannot marry when you are not divorced. That will be bigamous. That will be wrong. That is not acceptable in the UK. And if for any reason relationship is broken down with the lady in Ghana, you want to marry somebody here, as I said, which say you have a divorce certificate before you can marry. And then secondly, they would always go back and check on your application form. They would always go back and check. So, who can say what worry? Adentina was number worry before when you enjoy the other partner. So they would always go back and check. And one other thing, so Eddie refusing to say, if your details now with their two forms, this is just digression. Upapadin, Umamedin is totally different from Upapadin, Umamedin, about marriage certificate and statutory declaration. And so they always go back and check the history. They always go back and check the history. Now, besides, worry UK now. Yes, worry, but you cannot marry whilst you are still here on a visit visa. So we visit visa near 6 months, and not even 2 years. As long as you are here for less than 6 months, you cannot marry. If you've been given 6 months, the visa is valid for 6 months. As long as the visa is valid, you cannot marry. That is a prohibited activity. Now, so we're trying 6 months no ewie na visa no ewu. In that case, you are no longer here as a visitor. Yes, so visa no valid. You are here as a visitor. The visa no you are no longer in the UK as a visitor. You have become an overstayer. You have overstayed your visa. In that case, warrior, it is possible to marry, but application one show they will refuse you. There are other things you can do to get your visa in the UK without having to go back to Ghana. That is a topic for another day. We can discuss that later. But yes, you can marry after your visa has expired when you don't want to go, but application may or may not be successful depending on whether or not some other factors come into play.
January, Aisha Nye. Into my question, my lawyer. Me person who say regards in regards to family reunion, say only EU citizen, for example, who could only EU citizen or who could a permanent residence, ubetimi movie to UK with your family, about settle or honor. Yeah.
Also, Ukrainian permanent residence.
Yeah, member biom.
Pajobobium.
January, Aisha Nye. Into my question, my lawyer. Me person who say regards in regards to family reunion, say only EU citizen, for example, who could only EU citizen or who could a permanent residence, ubetimi movie to UK with your family, about settle or honor. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, you are not. You are not a EU citizen. Can you come to the UK to settle with your family? Yes, of course, you can, but you always have to meet some requirements. If you're coming as a tier 2 worker, as a skilled worker, when you be ha, employer amount offer, or amount amount certificate of sponsorship, why application, and the obet me you are not an EU citizen, but you have indefinite leave where you are. You can apply to come here, provided you have a sponsor who offers you certificate of sponsorship. And now you want to come as a student. You come in, of course, you can come with your student dependents, your wife, your children, provided you meet the requirements. So that option is also available. Yeah.
Good evening, Dide Nyami, and lawyer. Namisha Moni Jumapamoye. Na my question no, and it's a mete Finland. Na time I'm in Ghana no, you refuse me a few times with UK embassy. Na 2017 I'm in Ghana. Nti me for British Airways. Nti me drew friends in London no Heathrow. And I say me see me gate nti baby am kodi not knowing say baby a Udira landing crew. Nti me drug honum na almost stop me. Almost say me ra a friends a landing. But me wa na nya sana margin me because me see gate. But na me kuta me ticket I just say me kwa Ghana. So nti no omo yes ano omo detain me me share a friends and a dime be more until the next day my flight no so ya marching me into the flight. Na say no my problem is my wife or a nurse for UK. Na me pese me bisa say o pese o file mami na me ba e be kan ho UK ho. Now with my previous history with UK VI no say ya refuse me visa whilst in Ghana anytime I make go Ghana o mo detain me no e be affect me ana me that's it.
Me so me that was say, of course, sir, Oma refusal visa from Ghana, me jidi say ebia and visit visa and Oma refusal. Now, we share under paragraph 320 of the immigration rules, and no sooner homogena edi refusal amount for people visit visas and other visas. Now, visit visa refusals should not affect marriage visa applications in a lot of cases. Visit visa refusals should not affect marriage visa application because these are two separate applications unless there's some criminality, etc. involved. And to someone refuse to visit visa before in Ghana, that should not affect your marriage visa application. But near experience now, when you are it will be very helpful to explain that in a cover letter. Normally, so yes, applications here. Casework and on the audio to know na worship. Wouldn't know how baby solve questions. So when I invite you for interviews, so you can have the chance to explain your situation or yourself. I don't think young lawyers no friend the cover letter. The cover letter explains your case to the caseworker. On this date, you made an application, it was refused. This was the reason for refusal. You applied again, it was refused. This was the reason. But in this particular case, your application is based on your spouse, not based on a visit visa. And on so and so date, you were transiting from here through to UK to Ghana. This was what happened briefly. Of course, you were on your way to Ghana, but you eventually went to Ghana. This was your ticket, which shows that you were not coming to the UK. In this case, your application is based on your partner, not as a visit visa. And you want them to be aware of this situation or circumstances before they make the decision. One year, they can easily pounce on something negative to refuse your application. But it shouldn't affect your application as a spouse if you set out your case very well.
Okay, good evening. Here was a lawyer in Checham with the mind. Question person may be saying, lawyer Casano can say, so be above the more marriage, the honor is not like that. And this will be what you two. That's also on the back. That's a son of can or be go raise evidence say what worried that. And also no more big so I didn't crack if in some and I say explanation through go to the embassy, British embassy, the Ghana, we approve of more marriage internet. Now, how would that person explain to the embassy say, seeing it here, I engine in crack and finish?
Okay, so my main ordinance, for instance. Now, ordinance marriage nature say we have a cap 127. I know you say papa no, and mama no, na omo Ghana at the time of the marriage. So we are ordinance marriage, our registry, our sorry na issue certificate. Won't even conquer will be fulfilled. That is out of the question. Now, so say, hey, be a papa na worry. In that case, so why your ordinance marriage is two? Why your back 1 year bano and was second one? It clearly shows that is bigamy. I don't know, say, Bibisa Ecosia Masuma, of course, because when you first one and then worry second one on, the second one is not a valid marriage. That marriage has to be nullified. In that case, it can affect you. But there will be a worry under the customary marriage, customary laws. Once the customary marriage is there, with me worry me, more than one, two, three, etc. So na udi ba kupe ena abaha or no udi na abaha peno. That is the only one you can bring. Not other ones are another customary marriage, but you haven't obtained anything to show that you have registered their marriage also. That should not be a problem. If it is customary marriage, you can only bring one, and the one you brought is the only one is deemed as your wife. If that is the case, that is not a problem. But if it is ordinance, it can only be one marriage, one man, one wife, under the ordinance.
Hello, good evening, VJ Nyami. Last year, I ko UK. Now, my visa application form no so no. Me sure say me spend 27 days, but me no me extend no by 10 days. In my next application, as I said, me explain 10 days difference na day. Me pull on go, me stay na. So my spending then so na bitim there e dey abrem. E wo my next application.
Yes, so well, sometimes you have to play it tactically. Tactically. My example be DJ Nyame me application be my papa be. Na ohia information be anka SSO di ka ho no. It's about 4 or 5 informations be anka SSO di ka ho. Okache me say lawyer, memfa enka ho. Menim se manfa enka ho a umber refuse application no. But umber refuse on based on one thing, DNA. Sesane tia okoye DNA na edibema mofana. It was a strategic application. Your application nso ampa. Yamfa amabofra no. And the only reason I'm so refusing is one five DNA and count. Because they narrowed down on that particular topic, Oko provided MIN. Appeal was successful. Sometimes there are some things you have to include. Sometimes you have to be you have to be strategic in what to volunteer. You don't lie, but you have to be strategic. Way or be so say what was the question again? One year then.
So many things. Should I pray it for you again?
Yes, sir. Just revive it for me.
Lawyer in church with mind. Question person may be saying say lawyer Casano can say so be abroad the more marriage the honor is not like that. In this will be in 2. That's also on the back. That's a sen or can obi go raise evidence say wa worried that. And also no more big naso agent creative in some and I say explanation through go to the embassy.
I think we've gone through this one. We've gone through this one. But Neobisa is that or visit visa
Hello.
or the 17 days.
Hello. Good evening, VJ Nyami. Last year, I ko UK. Now, my visa application form no so no. Me sure say me spend 27 days. But me extend no by 10 days. In my next application, as I said, me explain 10 days difference na day. Me pull on go stay na. So my spending then so na bitim there e dey abrem.
Okay. And then Anamika say you have to be strategic in your application. Sometimes information I would to Jana and also now Mojina Nomodiama and now on refuse. So 10 days difference. I don't think that is too fatal. 10 days is not too fatal. And then say Uko can Uko tro ewa and Anipane home. I say Ukra also about 27 days. You came and spent 37 days and you haven't been truthful to us. Other times so they may not be able to find out exactly how long the 10 days in essence. Usually mpono ekromha se obi asitnewa your mom 14 days to still make application within that 14 days. So for me, in this particular case, that 10 days is not such an extraordinary period of time I was spending it. I think you have to be very tactical, either to disclose it or not. Under normal circumstances, 10 days is not so huge into you may decide not to include it because all can and a caseworker no or so buy no one call back and say I'll leave it to your judgment. But for me, I don't think it is fatal, sir, for you not to disclose it. If you say it, then that gives more weapons to them to decide the application. 10 days is I think it's okay.
Yo, dear Yami, if I show, me na me send you any by so me didn't me do YouTube the guns now. Guns now, yeah, just exactly German language. Yeah, but I just first me na me good say me person me here because that will be 1 week for every UK no. Na me here man. So me no me da address so with the liver transplantation list so intino. For now no me I'm not allowed even though person can be kakaka but doctor say I'm a mini edumansa. Go conform me say me use 1 week cost that one ba. Intino as a mini family be aha. Na mini edumansa intino no way be make sure you are anti. I don't know say then I meet me here. My work
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, of course. Sir, also what that address to, of course, waiting for a liver transplant and a visa. That does not prevent you from traveling. In fact, it's even good for your mental health. Say at least overfeed your known environment kakra to go and visit and come back to where you are. ABI, you've been on the treatment for a while. You just want to get away for some time. That should not prevent you from applying. But just be saying, oh yeah, again, add a cover letter to explain, say, look, you've been on this medication, you are waiting a liver transplant, and you just want to get away for a while just to refresh yourself and then come back. That in itself should not be an automatic grounds for refusal, but you have to explain Bibi Kakra in your application, on your application form, and I will probably show a small cover letter to support the application. I'm sure they'll look at it compassionately, just to allow you to come travel to the UK, and then you can go back to Germany.
Okay, I come the last voice note in the Afena Modeba, and I mean, comment so I'm for so comment section, Mama lawyer can be, but so here more we are between the numbers the whole screen, so nobody to me, Afre officer, and I say, obey me, open inquiries, be obey me, I was happening, and I say, but I'm for so we are busy too, mom was happy, I won't respond back.
Yeah, the problem is among for be they want free information total, they want you to do the application for them on the line. We can't do that. So,
okay, before I can on the voice note, now we are not answering in April.
DJ Yami, my first answers, you know. Lawyer, no, Wakasa, or church, and Yamupa, the way Ubia Betiasi. Now, another question about my dream. And in Yibia, say, Obi Bomb office, say, the partner be joining na one more year package ni nyina answer question e bo ma wo fele year package the way I say we should show documents omo ni nyina ka omo charge on be charge wo na fi so omo office bi wo Ghana e bi an ko omo so betumi a check ni pa no wo Ghana the documents e make sure say bibia you okay ana ko say bi obi wo UK na o person file mo obi from Ghana document, you know. One bending, one be scan it, their brain waha. Now, mama check it. No one making sure say BBI you okay with supporting letter. Be also much work account near the reason why I was saying Nipano partner be joining in your manner. The PPC say a complete package, you know. What does it actually involve? Lawyers, you know. Hey, that's it. Lawyer, no, I had or church.
So I think says see I know we bet me they are blended question.
Yo, Mate. Yo, Papa, no, your bizarre question is a very helpful question. Yes, Hannah is saying, first of all, previously, so we application, with the documents, near what Ghana, no, the Bako Ghana, no one scanning. Then you UK hands, so you're scanning here. But to say, no, we are either Saudi Bibia, Edia ko Ghana, no more scanning or Anam, near Ghana, no over scanning, Edia Brain, upload Bibia from the UK. And to say, Obama or Ghana, no application, but in the passport, appointment confirmation, and in the checklist, Nemami and Sape and Audico, because Bibia or had it out, and we upload everything to online until no on factory and cohopium. It is better because we like to see the documents, we like to check it. Sometimes the signature is not the same as the signature in your passport. The date of the marriage, sometimes there are issues with it. The registration number of the marriage certificate, there is an issue. Sometimes the registrar now sign, maybe the registrar is no longer at post. Now, so the signature, so sometimes we want to see, say, how much you're divorcee, whilst a Nipano unworried. Sometimes how much you're single, while Nipana worried. So we like to check all these documents and make sure that everything is in order before we submit the application. So we do everything, the package and everything here, we submit. And that is it. DJ, with regards to the question as to the WhatsApp messages, the experience I remember when you said, a bit me fresh, now, or per se, main phone, so now, or no, an application, or when you fear an our office, an our internet cafe, or your application. Now a frame now a person money answers to the application question. Any possible. Meanwhile, a bit name will not be your application fee. About £1,000, 1,002, 1,005. What you name meant to me ya obia about your cano. And phone and answer will question for you when you are sitting down, maybe in your office or in the internet cafe, when you haven't paid the lawyer anything. It is not done. So, what person lawyer not application, just send a message. I want this application to be done. I want the list. I want your cost. And then we can agree. Send me these documents, then I can apply for you. But not when I am seeing somebody who is in front of me, who has come to pay me 2,000, 3,000, 1,500 pounds, to leave him and be answering somebody else's question, completing his form. Did you hear me? It's not fair. It's not supposed to be done. So, your application now. Call, book appointment, office number no. We do telephone consultation. You pay the consultation fee, then we do the telephone consultation. So, form documents you send it to us, you scan it to us, and then we take instructions from you. Oversign letter of authority said you've given us the right to do the work on your behalf. You pay your fee. You pay the fee, and then we do the work for you. Not when I am busy with another client who has paid me, and then you call, you want answers to your questions to be done for free of charge. It does not work that way.
Yo, any answer no the amamo no more. Mo say me sending the message, me sending the way of me just a message is on your day no. 5,000. Me sending the message. Me like boy, me sending the message. 2-3 days call already. Me say I say because me say man we pressure on so. I don't worry am. Or a busy man pa go for hano. It I know ka say mo be friend na. Mo use office line no. I na before be send the whole screen so no. Numbers near 2. First one I'm so no craft phone. No craft number no first one no.
Yes, my mobile number. And for the past 9, I've had that number for the last 19 years. So it's
19 years. The second one here, office line. One.
Yeah, office line. No.
And also WhatsApp.
And also a WhatsApp. So our office line also a WhatsApp. So Monday to Friday, you can call that number on WhatsApp. Men can say many credit. Our WhatsApp. Our office line also our WhatsApp in 2 Friday. Monday from 9:30 to Fridays 6 p.m. 9:30 Monday to every day. 9:30 to 6 p.m. Ufra, ubet me afrek, wabuki appointment, telephone consultation. You make your payment, consultation fee. We go through that. We take your documents and we do the work for you.
Hey, talking about payment today, and a lawyer said, "Me Ghana na me fraud. I made it. You can now.
And your possible points of collection into say so your mobile money into of course
Okay.
say omo free Ghana and they want to do consultation. Look, we have to be human. Yentimin ka say wow what Ghana and you should pay the same consultation fee as the person in the UK. That is not going to be fair. So we have a discount for people calling from Ghana, people calling from Germany, people calling from Spain, people calling from the Philippines. We get calls from all over the place, from Bermuda, from Burma, from Philippines. It's all over the place, and we can't do it for free.
Lawyer, ade a me ne wo ye dey say free advice na ode any mo bia no. Very
And no,
educated because
exactly,
when obi antia for consultation.
exactly. It's a me demand for free, say me demand free education. So now some frame me beyond for free. Once I am doing somebody's work, then that makes it difficult. What I have given is totally free advice. And to me demand now some frame is sending your phone mouth for free. DJ, how do we pay the rest of the
That means
deal?
I know I can because idea some taking it serious. I'm all lines ni nyina questions how they buy nyina when me one or say or office now go friend na say booking consultation but we better na me unti aha me better ma me match na ba ma o keka kanyama we nyina kyerɛ say taking note of ni nyina but we so free akɔ not the way nyina ba na afi na akɔ friend no na afi na message bi na me kura me nye solicitor kura messages bi a me nya kura me say this one to have answer. I they need connection. I won't go. I won't travel. I say you do connection. They say they do connection. So me need connection. I mean, bro. And it's not me for call no. Before they be under silence. Me for call you. So over friend now one your WhatsApp note, voice note, and a WhatsApp message. So friend me normal line. I bet check because phone me that too baby. Course no. So me need connection man. Anyway, Mami, Aisha voice, not lawyer signing out. Why last
DJ,
one?
Before you sign
Hello, DJ Nyame. I have another question.
Okay.
My question, experience, personal experience. I remember say some time ago, I was traveling from Stockholm, transiting through Heathrow to Accra, and it was no problem. Omar Nyesha was able to go through. At the same time, I know a family member who was coming to Germany. The person was supposed to go through Heathrow. Actually, the ticket was British Airways ticket. But Omo mana am full plane no Accra. Omo argument was that how do you say UK and Schengen ho inti omo ni enter say obe enter I just say or apply for transit visa through the UK. Why is that so? Say nipa no ekutani ticket say maybe may a transit but may call Spain and Germany and wherever in Schengen state adintina omo allow it say nipa no be transited through Heathrow. May that say.
Okay. Lawyer.
Yes. Okay. It depends. That is why it is very important to. I mean, this is in conclusion. It is very important. So, who transited to Heathrow, please call the airlines. You can call BA or whichever airlines you are traveling with. Ask them what is their requirement. Please. You don't want to get here and get frustrated. It is always advisable to call the airline, check it before you go. If you have a tell them and ask, do you need a visa or do you need just a transit visa, whatever it is. Sometimes it is just best to email them. If you email them, you have evidence. Telephone call, there's no way you can prove who you spoke to. But if you have an email, at least that is the trail of evidence that you've communicated with somebody who has proved to you that you are able to transit through the UK. They have their own systems. You just have to find out before you travel. Yes? DJ?
Yeah.
Okay. And see, yes.
Mamembo way, I'm so no.
Actually, the Michelle no etiefo na me fa hwe me was mbisa mpesa ubisa lawyer mame. Madam for be na owo UK but okoye no ne visa no expire. Nti oni test for now. Obi pes kwa no ise odi ye adwuma. Se ebia se ba se ofese oye ofa kwan personal onya nkrata obeye den with me enya.
I think so. Where my last voice note, me
Okay.
person who here we be a ubetimi a contact no the office line in WhatsApp number na wo no.
That's fine.
Only na address. See them we answer we na yen share last message yen sign.
Yo, me that's yes, sir. We're down for no UK ha. Your contact details and I was screen so no. My telephone number wo and my office number so e wo ho. My name contacting Omra. You be chire na ekwan obefaso. Obi na kan say enye nukre nyina na ye kan obedwam. Nukre na nso nye ni na nso na ye kan obedwam. Enti so ba na ye ne ne tena ase a ye be chire na ne ase so ye. Ene ne ensese oye. Na yetime aboano na wanya na sit na okrom ha wo emra kwan so. It's a long we have about 16 different routes obetime afaso stay in this country. But this oba near tena face to face near kan channel. We can't go through all of that over the phone, over the system. It's possible, but we need to meet and discuss it. Yeah. Yo, DJ, me that's the party phone so you don't want to see phone so you do be and then so yeah man I come me can ask subium say DJ nyame onye connection man me nye connection man yeah me lawyer DJ nyame or the boa and the information to dra and to say upe connection Mr. This is not the platform for connection. We are here to give the legal advice and to guide for you to do the right application, to make the right application so that you don't get refused. So that is important. It is not a connection thing. It is clean. It is the law. That is why I refer to the law. We'll be able to make online to go and read the same law now. Appendix FM, section EC-C, Appendix FM, section EC-P. Line also will be able to make Appendix FM, paragraph 297 of the immigration rules, paragraph 276 ADE. It is all there. Anybody can go and read it. That is what we are here to enlighten people on. We don't do connection. We are here to give the right information. Oh, here information about me afraid, but it is free legal advice. We don't give free legal advice anymore. Friend officer, you book appointment, and then we have to give you the rules. You pay your consultation. We take you through the rules. This is the documents you need. You provide the documents near your application. Say no, sir, na bibia edane kwan mo. But the we ansana could be fret. Say lawyer me my application form. Paragraph 2. The question na ye bisa no ni. May then information be na media to a yentimi nyane sir. So I'm spending 30 minutes with one person a day over the phone, and I spend 30 minutes with 10 people a day. That is 5 hours of my day. DJ Nyame, yeah, free sir. 5 hours of my day. How do we survive? We can't survive.
But your bills, so
you share rent, you share bills, you share staff, you share all the utilities. You're free one say it is serious business. Call the office, book appointment, you have a ball, and everything will go well for you.
Nice one. Lawyer Wisdom Akaho. You better not say Friday Biano or Bohase. Friday Biano 5:30 to 7. 5:30 no about topic. They be any topics, but what I find when you boy a channel to make sure say your time na ko wakasa bebre me say nkofo bebre comment on the by ment me am one kind because enyama ne bebre no kano question now the buy na bia wa candidate your videos wa candidate nti mesra say your time anytime you catch am some subscribe to your channel na come through na your time na tena on ti na fa book book pen fat the all kind of point na wo jot there na wo pese wo ye no because wa kan nyina dada ti me hunso na obi bisa obeso oba oji visa obe de ni nyina ya kan before the ye wie kwa before the questions but ya na me pese topic a ye be treat no and no questions nanka emra nanka ubebisa no question won but ebi wo ha yenya ni nyina so ebi wo so de beba na afi no bisu bisa no day one de yesha say waka deda na afi no no so bisa deda but waka deda nti video sinya wo channel no so nti Friday wo be ye the next topic beba ye the next topic beba nti lawyer ye beda say obe pass through SBTV Africa so one way address when body biom say details no ba minim say o Dawson market body biom
me bend also market me need also market
open Dawson market say Dawson market no me fam akona no ma enche like 2-3 minutes me no do what me who say Dawson market oh baby away no one even say McDonald's no one
McDonald's na chi ho no number 8 to 9 the number 8 to 9 the Print House 18 to 22 Ashwin Street Dalston London your E8 3DL. Telephone number near 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. But of course, we pray from outside that would be +44 never count answer no darling. Now mobile number near 079 31 411 042. 079 31 042. And make my business partner, your friend lawyer Francis Posumpem. Our only number 079. What is Francis' number? I'm sorry, 079 4677 2439. 079 4677 2439 and see what me contact lawyer Francis and so but
and lawyer Francis na say ebia next week no the ono so be kan wona yem bisa na kakra na yehwe ono so be tinya
exactly you be alternate not just say you call any one no DJ Nyame ye da wase ye wie program na me fro na ye din komo
okay yo
na ye hwe na ye da wase say na so mote
yo da lawyer say da obi ase mo amusho SBTV Africa mo so na mo support SBTV Africa the voice of the community madam production team as DJ Click Sharon and Faustina making sure so subscribe to your channel who question be about so bisa na send us kind numbers na wo no and they be amene be ba Friday mo ntimi ne be ba po the obesa obisa ne bia no betime bisa no but when they rock catcher on crofo send be an crofo ho nkyere mo from this connection men na edio musika ne ade utie bia na also ujote nyama nti obi ka bibi say ya onim say enye say what you say it madam ase tour makramo meko nti mo nko so ana mo follow yen ye the more things be ba videos ni the more ba we share channel no so kwa na video ye load every day bia nti make sure so be share be subscribe na be follow yen na mo ma yem bo na channel no enye kese nti makramo me ko